Good morning, Lucy. What's wrong with you this morning, baby? What happened? What happened to you, Lucy? Look at your eye. Something got you last night, didn't it? You got a really bad cut above your eye and below your eye. Something got a hold of you, and you have a really bad scrape back here on your back. What happened? What happened to you? Now, she's real traumatized this morning. She's just not being herself. That's a really bad scrape there. She's got nothing under her, on the bottom side, but her top side, and looks like everything else is okay. She's shedding like crazy, obviously. You see all the hair here? We blow this off with a blower constantly, but if you'll look at that eye, she's just had something happen. We're getting ready to go to church, and that's really bad. You know, that looks like a coyote perhaps, or a bobcat or something. And it looks like there's no scrape on this side of her. That little scrape down there, that's been there for a while. But there must be a critter coming around, but that's a pretty bad scrape right there on her back. Yeah, it's okay, baby. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's okay. But above her eye, and this is bad right here, because when coyotes and bobcats, when they attack deer, they go for the head, and they try to get a good grip on it. That's how she got her nose broken when she was a fawn. But that's pretty critical right there. But lucky Lucy, no matter what happened, she's got a really bad scrape. Chris has brought some medicine out. I don't know. She might be able to let her rub a little bit on there. She's not going to try to spray her because she doesn't like to be sprayed. She's got a really bad cut on her side. Did you notice that?
That's all right.
A really bad cut on her side as well. Hey, baby.
I don't think Beamer did that.
I don't think Beamer did that at all.
But this could be a deer, but...
I don't know. It's okay, baby. It's okay. Put a little medicine on there. We're putting a little medicine. She said, I don't like the word medicine. It's okay, baby. She said, I'll heal. I'm a tough deer. I got away for something. She didn't eat much. There's her breakfast right there. Not a private breakfast. It's around here where...
It didn't have the stuff in it that she likes.
Oh, it didn't have the stuff in it she likes. But
Jenny and Forrest had a little bit.
But she's had something really bad happen. You can see how alert she is, how she's on alert. Look at her belly heights. I don't know if she's just breathing there, if there may be some little ones starting to get big enough to kick there. We're still a pretty good ways away. You know, she had those last ones June 29th, so it'll be all of April and May and June.
She might not go that long this year.
But she might not go that long. A lot of times depends on how they get bred, and she was bred obviously really late in the rut. They come in 3 or 4 different times. So last year she was bred late. So we don't know about this year. But she's had something really bad happen. But she seems to be okay. She's just traumatized this morning. She's just she's even nervous with me messing around her. But she's fine. That's the main thing. She's not a statistic, so that's good. Lucy Bell, baby, you need to be careful at night. Something might have come up on the deck and got her. We heard her scramble off the deck. But she says, I'm going to have a little bit to eat. She needs some grapes and carrots. We're going to church. Talk to y'all later.
Well, this is usually a morning scene out here on the lakeside whenever the yard is full of deer. But this is late evening on Sunday evening. And it looks like we've got a yard full of deer. There's Miss Lucy with her little banged up eye and scratched up side. And there's Forrest. And there is little Mr. Ranger. And let's see who else I can recognize out there. I think that big one out there is probably TC. It's probably Nina coming toward us right there. And I don't see Jenny. And I don't see, who else is missing? There's Forrest. Jenny's gone, and there's Ranger. I guess everybody's here except for Jenny, as far as our family goes. And then the rest of the family is here. Lucy, she's got her some healing up to do. I think that Jimmy already mentioned on his chat that we woke up this morning and found her with some cuts and scrapes on her, and first we thought that she had been attacked, and she might have, but I've about decided that she self-inflicted some of those just running from something and slipped on the steps. We're not sure, since she can't tell us, but just looking at some signs on the steps, it looks to me like she may have slipped and fallen and hurt herself. So anyway, she'll be okay. She's a tough little cookie. She just looks a little ragged, kind of like her owners, I guess. We look a little ragged most of the time too, so we'll do just fine. Well, many of you heard Jimmy mention last week that Lucy had an injury. I think he talked about it on his Sunday chat. And she did. She looked kind of bad, and I've got some video of that. And I'll bring you up to snuff on what we have decided happened. You'll see that this front deck is pretty long. I don't remember. It's about 80 or 90 feet long. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up to the sound of her running like crazy across the front of the house. And I mean, she did not slow down. She made the corner here at the end of the house and went down the steps. And I could hear her slipping and sliding and everything. I got up to see what she might be running from and didn't see or hear anything. And a little later, Beamer came to the door wanting in. I didn't know that Jimmy had let her out during the night. She's not usually out very long, but anyway, I let her in, and I thought, well, maybe Beamer had startled her as she had taken off just from the sound of Beamer coming through the yard. Well, then the next morning, I went out to the feeder to throw some corn out to the yard deer and found Lucy's injuries on her nose or under her eyes. Well, we naturally decided that she had been attacked again by a predator of some sort. And then that afternoon, Jimmy came off the deck, and here at the bottom, he found the steps were all marked up where she had slid and running off the porch when I heard her during the night. And then at the bottom, there was a big patch of hair. I guess it had come probably on that bare spot on her back. And we have decided that she came off the steps and bumped her nose and cut it on one of the poles here at the bottom. So I think all of those wounds are self-inflicted, and that it was purely an accident. And she is healing. I'm going to try to find her and show you that she is healing up fine. And she is doing fine, but we've had other issues this week. Well, I stepped out. I was going to take some video of Lucy's nose to show you that she is healing. And I cannot find a single deer. It's almost like there's not a deer on the place. Now, I know better than that. All I can find is a silly old dog that seems to want a lot of attention. And she's right on my heels, pawing at me, wanting me to pet her. And we've had kind of a busy week, or I have. Jimmy's been gone pretty much all week. But on Monday, actually they came Sunday night, Jamie and our son Jamie and Jordan, our granddaughter, and our adopted granddaughter and her best friend, Amy, and then a family friend, John Freewald, came down so they could fish on Monday. The fish are moving in, the crappie are biting, and so they came down for the day. And of course, Jordan has her chocolate lab Deacon, which is the one that Lucy despises. And then Amy has a little short-legged lab named Neeland. He's a Tennessean, a volunteer. And Lucy's not real wild about him either. But anyway, so she started off the week being pretty ornery and cantankerous. And so they went home Monday night. And Tuesday, we had the privilege of my two youngest great-grandsons and their mom and dad, our grandson Kyle and wife Carrie, and then their two children came to visit. And they haven't been here in a while, and they're just little guys. And Lucy was so terrible. Now, I don't know if she was in a bad mood because of her injuries, or if she just is not accustomed to having little people invading her space. And she concerned me because she kept not necessarily charging at them, but made me think that she could try to jump up on them like she does the dogs. And so we were very cautious about making sure she didn't get the opportunity to do that. And I was so disappointed that she didn't let the little boys pet her like she ordinarily does people. So I don't know what her problem was. So she was on my bad list this week. She was not being a nice hostess for our company. Well, the little boys left about noon today. And this is the first day that we've had that the wind wasn't blowing a gale. And I thought, well, I will go out and find Miss Lucy and see if she'll be a little nicer for me. I can't even find her. So I'm sure she is laying in the shade somewhere and taking life easy. She has nobody to be contrary with, so she's just staying out of the way. But anyway, before I go on the air with this, I will try to get you a shot of her healing nose and let you know that she is doing well. No, we still haven't found Milburn. Really haven't had the opportunity to look for him diligently recently. We've been busy. It's been windy. It's just not been conducive for a Milburn search. I'm thinking that he has gone and adopted him a new family somewhere. I saw a deer up on the hill when I came back from the mailbox earlier that really didn't look like him, but he was kind of, and I don't know if it was a buck or doe, just kind of standing up on the hill and didn't really take off like it was too wild. So I thought, well, maybe, but he walked on, so I don't think it was. But anyway, we're thinking that he may have just found him a new family and it's just fat and sassy somewhere else. So anyway, he may still walk up and want his serving of grapes and carrots, and if he does, we'll feed him. And if not, we wish him well wherever he might be. But anyway, we still have not officially sighted him anywhere. Let's open the bucket. Let's see how much we can eat out of the bucket before the rest of the gang gets here. See, those guys on the other side of the house can hear really well. They can hear the crunch of carrots a mile away, I do believe. Here comes Forrest. He's ready to have a little supper time food. Hey, Lucy, let's show him a little bit of your eye. It's not totally well, but it's much, much better than it was. They're all pretty ragged looking this evening. I think it's just the time of the year. Come here, Ranger. Come on, Ranger. Lucy, what are you? That's just Beamer. That's just Beamer. Y'all know Beamer. Her eye is much, much better. And there is Forrest, and there is Nina, and there is Jenny, or not Jenny, but Nina. And this is Jenny, and there's Forrest, or Ranger, the pretty boy down on the ground. I don't know where they all were earlier when I looked for them. And I decided to delay putting the video up until I could show you all a shot of how she is healing up. And so she was here when I had to run an errand to town, and when I got back, they were all here. Plus the yard deer. They're all wanting something to eat, so I guess I will go give them a little extra. I think the feeder's probably already gone off, but I will give them a little bit of extra. Everybody is well and accounted for. And like I said, I don't know where they were this afternoon when I was looking for them. But Lucy needs to be on a little bit better behavior this next week. She still has a big gash on her back. I guess that was from her fall. And of course, there's several of them that's got those bald spots. And I guess those will grow back whenever their summer coats grow in and they get through shedding their winter coats. So anyway, everything seems fine. And everybody's hungry. And Beamer, she's just decided to take a snooze at the other end because these guys keep looking at her. You want some more? You want some more? Oh, Forrest, you're a little piggy too, aren't you? Forrest. Jenny, you want some? You better hurry. Forrest is the carrot monster tonight. All right, that's good enough.